Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a spine-chilling story to share with you, one that has haunted a small village for decades. Imagine being best friends, so inseparable that even death cannot part you. That's exactly what happened in this story of 5 girls from a remote village in Vietnam. Make sure to stick around, because this is not just about friendship, but about the lingering spirits that would not let go. Prepare yourself for a tale of loyalty, tragedy, and the supernatural that will make you question the boundaries between life and death. The story goes back to the wartime era in a small town called MCN, located in BT province. There were 5 beautiful young girls who grew up together. They were more than just friends. They were sisters. They shared everything, from school notes to secrets, and even wore the same outfits whenever they had a chance. They were known for their habit of taking photos together, dressed alike, always standing in the same formation. It was as if they were meant to be together in every sense of the word. People in the village admired their closeness and how they seemed to share one soul across 5 bodies. It was almost as if they were bound by something deeper than friendship, something ethereal that went beyond the physical world. One day, the 5 friends decided to take yet another photo. This time, they chose to wear traditional white ao-dai and black pants, a classic symbol of elegance. They were excited, laughing and joking as they got ready for the picture. But something was different. One of the girls forgot to fasten the top button of her collar. At the time, it seemed like a trivial oversight, something they all teased her about in good fun. They joked that she was the odd one out that day. Little did they know, this seemingly insignificant detail would soon become significant in ways they could never have imagined. That year, tragedy struck. One of the 5 friends fell ill. Her condition worsened, despite the efforts of the other girls to care for her. They took turns staying by her side, offering whatever comfort they could, but medical resources were scarce. They gathered herbal remedies, consulted elders, and prayed endlessly, but nothing seemed to work. Ultimately, her frail body gave up the fight. On her deathbed, she made a haunting promise to her friends. "If I have to go, I want you to come with me. We've always been together, and I don't want to be alone. You must follow me." The other girls were heartbroken, but they tried to move on with their lives. They visited her grave, leaving flowers and offerings, hoping that their friend could find peace. They spoke to her, trying to reassure her spirit, telling her that they loved her and missed her dearly. But soon after, the remaining 4 girls began to fall ill, one by one, as if the first friend's dying wish had cast a curse upon them. No matter what remedies were tried, their health continued to decline. It was almost as if a shadow had fallen over them, draining their vitality day by day. Within a short period, all 4 of them passed away under mysterious circumstances, all except one. The girl who had forgotten to fasten her collar button was the only survivor. It was said that this tiny difference had somehow shielded her from the fate that befell her friends. Some people whispered that her incomplete attire had left her unbound from the pact of death that had claimed the others. After the deaths of the 4 girls, strange events began to happen. The villagers reported sightings of their restless spirits. The spirits would appear at night, lingering near their old homes, whispering in the wind. They were unable to move on, still attached to the life they were forced to leave behind. Their presence was unsettling, and soon, rumors spread about the ghosts of the 5 inseparable friends who refused to leave. The villagers claimed they could hear soft cries in the dead of night, and shadows moving where no one should be. The haunting presence of the 5 friends became a part of the village's folklore, and people began to fear the spirits that seemed unable to let go. The once joyful memories of the 5 girls turned into a story of dread, as their laughter was now heard only in eerie echoes that seemed to drift through the darkness. One evening, around twilight, the spirits appeared at a local pharmacy. They knocked on the door, asking for medicine for one of them, who was feeling unwell. The pharmacist reluctantly opened the door and sold them the medicine, only to discover that the payment they provided was nothing but spirit money, sheets of paper used in traditional rituals to honor the dead. The next few days, they returned, each time leaving behind the same worthless currency. On the 4th day, the pharmacist realized what was happening and refused to open his door ever again. He could no longer deny the eerie truth. He had been interacting with the dead. The pharmacist, shaken to his core, spread the word among the villagers, and soon the entire town was filled with fear and awe at the supernatural events unfolding right in their midst. The spirits did not stop there. They were restless and sought the company of their only remaining friend, the girl who had survived. Late one night, they came to her house, knocking furiously on her door. "Why are you still alive?" they demanded. Why didn't you come with us? You live comfortably with your husband and child, while we suffer in the cold and darkness. Come with us, so we can all be together again." Their voices were filled with anguish and resentment, their forms barely visible, flickering like candlelight in the wind. The shadows of the spirits danced across the walls, casting an eerie glow that seemed to pulse with each of their anguished words. Terrified, the woman fell to her knees, begging for mercy. She pleaded with them, explaining that she had a young child to care for and that her husband was away at war. She asked them to let her live, just for her child's sake. The spirits, however, showed no mercy. They let out haunting laughter, a sound that seemed to echo from another realm, and in an instant the woman collapsed, her life seemingly pulled away from her by the unseen hands of her friends. Her child was left crying next to her lifeless body, an eerie silence falling over the house. The neighbors heard the cries and rushed over, only to be met with a chilling scene, the child sobbing over the cold body of its mother, and the air thick with an unexplainable presence. It was as if the very essence of sorrow and despair had seeped into the walls of the house, leaving an imprint that would never fade. Since then, the villagers have called the spirits the Five Demons. They became notorious for wandering the village, spreading fear wherever they went. People spoke of seeing their silhouettes at dusk, standing silently by the river, or hearing their mournful wails echo through the fields. The haunting tale of the five friends is still told today, a chilling reminder of how a bond, even one forged in love, can twist into something terrifying when met with the harshness of death. The villagers have tried various rituals to appease the spirits, but nothing seems to work. They brought monks from faraway places, held prayer sessions, and offered food and incense, yet the spirits continued to linger. The grief and longing of the five friends had turned into an eternal torment, and their restless spirits seemed to reject any attempt at peace. The villagers grew accustomed to the presence of the five demons, though the fear never truly left them. Some nights, people would see them standing together, just as they had in life, their white dye shimmering under the moonlight, their faces pale and expressionless. They would appear by the old schoolhouse, by the riverbank, or near the ancient banyan tree where they used to play. The sight of them would send shivers down anyone's spine, and people would hurry to lock their doors and windows, praying that the spirits would pass them by. Some villagers claimed that if you listened closely on certain nights, you could hear the spirits talking to each other, their voices a blend of laughter and sorrow, forever bound to the village they once loved. Thank you for staying with me through this chilling tale. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more like it, please like this video, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button. I'll be back soon with more stories that will send shivers down your spine. Until next time, stay safe, and beware of the whispers in the dark. Goodbye for now.